elbow kia. 10.
Drop the punch in. All right, clap 2 times if you're the best. Clap 3 times. Clap 0 times. Ready, feet together. Everybody repeat after me. Say bow. Bow. Right hand. Right hand. To build confidence. To build confidence. I must have. Knowledge of my mind. Truth in my heart. And everybody say strength in my body. All right, check it out. When I say go, I want everybody to start running on their dot, but you have to stay on your dot. Everybody understand? Okay? For today's Dragons class, our main theme was teamwork. So we spent a lot of times in partners and a lot of big group activities as well as like our group forums. And we even integrated a little competition for them to get them prepped up for the tournament. We did a little team form building activity or little game. So we had Team Sensei David, Team Sensei Rodrigo, and basically we had the kids pick in their favorite karate moves, no matter how crazy they are. And we make a little form and routine and we present it to each other to really work on being able to present to other people so they can get ready for any tournaments that are going to be coming up. Now, the way this game works is you basically are going to hold your partner's belts and you can't let go of your partner's belts. Exactly. So there's no pulling, there's no pushing, there's no fighting. You have to just stay in line and wait your turn. Thumbs up if you understand. Let me see the thumbs. Fantastic, okay. I had them grabbing a belt. This is almost our crowd favorite for teamwork building games. I have them restricting themselves a little bit by grabbing a partner's belt. And this one is kind of the give or break of whether they're gonna earn their teamwork stripe because they really have to work together with another partner and they have to stay together. And my main thing is always don't push, don't pull, and you gotta stay doing the techniques at the same time. So a whole lot of teamwork, a whole lot of working together and just staying on time, remembering that this is an individual sport, but we're also a team and here to make each other better. Overall, class was great. It was really fun. And we had a pretty big class today, so it was great seeing all the kids smiling throughout the class, and they all had a blast today too. We even had a new student today. His name was Ryan. He did awesome today, not shy at all. He was making new friends on the get-go, and it was great to see him, and he even earned his first white belt today as well.
I want you guys to start with a quick 20 jumping jacks, counting all together. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, let's see. 4.
For today's beginners class, we had review. Review is especially important because it helps us go over everything that they've been working on to achieve their next belt at their belt test. We started with our warm-up. Our warm-up was just basically getting them moving, having them run around the dojo, practice a little bit of their techniques before we started getting into the real action in class.
Okay, we're gonna be doing today specifically our choke escapes, okay, to start. So facing the front, I want everybody to show me feet together. First move is going to be step back. Say step back. Step back. Okay, let's try it now. Ready? Everybody step back. Hands together. Push up. Spidey stance. Punch kia.
So for the first review portion of class, we headed into our choke escapes. The choke escapes are especially important for them because it's one of the main things in our curriculum. So it becomes really important for them to know on the test and remember throughout all of their practices.
We're gonna start with the super duper easy back fist reverse punch on the back, okay? So my hands are up, I'm gonna hit the back fist to the head and the reverse punch all the way to the body. Everybody say extension. Extension. Let me see everybody's eyes right now, okay? When we're hitting the back, I have to see full extension of our techniques. That means we have to get them all the way straight instead of super duper small like this, okay? So I scoot back, 1, then 2 with a loud kia. Ready? Stand up.
After our choke escapes, we did move on to the bag work. On the bags, I did want to work more of the basic techniques today, like our back fist, reverse punch, and our side kick, just to get them moving and getting our basics completely drilled down before moving on to the more advanced techniques later on in their future karate practices. And for our last part of class, I did want to head into our forms because it is a major part of the curriculum and it is a little bit tougher. So I want to make sure everybody is doing really awesome with that so they're all ready for their belt test. Overall, I think the class went really great. Their energy was really high, and I think the kids that have belt testing coming up are doing amazing, and they're super duper prepared.
Okay, Jackie, come over here. Give you your first belt. Good job today, beast. Okay, everybody show me your feet together. You can just stay right here next to me really quickly on this part, okay? You know what, actually, everybody bring it in super duper fast for this last part. Take a knee. Really important, everybody say test. Test. Okay, everybody say next belt. Next. Okay, so getting our next belt is not only about knowing everything that we need to know for the belt test, it's also about showing good respect. Everybody say respect. Respect. Everybody say responsibility. Responsibility. It's not only about trying our best and learning everything we need to know, it's also about being the best behaved student in class and learning everything so that we're super duper prepared. Okay, so make sure every single class we're doing our absolute best and not goofing around when it's our turn on the bags, okay? So, show me feet together. Bow. Right hand. And single. High fives, everybody. High fives, high fives.
In intermediate class today, we are working on review week, so we are doing a lot of curriculum and a lot of basics because a lot of the kiddos are going to be testing for their next belt on Saturday. So we worked on their form, their techniques, especially in the beginning. We worked a lot on building their fundamentals with their techniques in one spot. And then we even did it going down the line as well. Being able to work on their basic blocks, basic kicks, basic stances, and just checkpoint to make sure that they're all where they need to be, especially as intermediate belts. We then moved on to some partner work with some self-defense, even tried some different movements for them to keep them active and their brains working. And then we finished off with a little bit of the bag drills, just making sure that their sparring is good, as well as going off into the form and just practicing the ending of it, since we're going bit by bit and feeding them that form little piece by little piece so they can work on it at home as well. So intermediate class overall was awesome. It was big class, so a lot of energy, a lot of loud kiosks, everybody did great, and I was very proud of everybody's technique overall. Just solid fundamentals, everybody all around. So you guys are gonna start in your square like this, bouncing on your toes. One foot is gonna be in the square in front of you. You're gonna switch, then spin around, and then bouncing on your toes. When I say go, switch, and spin around, and then reset. So today in sparring class, we mainly focused on one technique and different variations of it. Even our main drill that we did with partners was our reverse punch, but we did one offensively, defensively, and then we did a full blitz, which basically combines that reverse punch that attacks with the backhand. I want to make sure that the kids understand that we practice the drills, but they have to apply it when they actually are in the ring and fighting. A lot of the times, especially with intermediate belt level students that just started sparring, is they panic a little bit whenever it comes time to the ring. They just throw whatever out there. So I want them to understand that the techniques we're doing it works whenever you do it in a tournament or in a sparring match. So today, just the one technique, different variations, and I even checked in between rounds just to see who was able to score with it, just to keep it in the back of their head. I really like this sparring class because we get a good mix of advanced and intermediate students, and they always work together. I even have some of the advanced students be able to spar the little ones to be able to work with them and really show them what the next step for them is in their karate journey. So overall, big class, good energy, and always a good sparring class on Wednesdays. Okay, start passing the ball around. Let's go. Hold it. Hold the shikorachi. Let's go. Anybody drops it, we got burpees. Today in advanced, we are again going over review. With these guys, it's hard to do review, but it's always good to go really back to the basics because you gotta kind of remind them where they came from and how the techniques are supposed to be. One thing that I always try and do is introduce a different drill at the beginning of class. That way they do something fun, exciting, engaging, but keeps them moving around and keeps the brain working. So you saw us doing a pass the ball around. That was a drill that, I just came up with just to have them work together as a team and just have some fun, have some laughs as they're warming up and stretching out. We did a lot of standing in place. Main thing was having purpose behind the techniques. With the advanced kiddos, it's not just learning what the movements are, it's learning why we do the movements and how to do it correctly with power and emphasis, not just kind of throwing them out there. And they really got to understand that, and they did fantastic. Good power, breathing was great. The advanced students are, they're doing awesome. We worked a little bit at the form at the end of class. I did ask them what form they would like to review on. We ended up doing Pachu for them, since majority picked that one to be able to work on, just for me to kind of see what they are struggling with and show them that I'm trying to help them progress in their martial arts journey and kind of work on any potholes that they might have with their forms, especially since that's mainly memorization. So class today, advanced on Wednesdays, is always big, so it's a good energy class and it's always great to have them. Good work today. I want to talk to you guys about mentality. Everybody say mentality.
Mentality.
Especially being able to push past a boundary where you feel like giving up, okay, and things get hard. You kind of get that big no in your head that tells you to kind of quit, all right? You guys know what your stopping point is, but you also know when you should be able to push yourself further to get better. And it's very important, especially as advanced belts and you get to junior black belt and get ready to test for a black belt test. The black belt test is not easy. I think you guys know that. Okay, some could be to 12 hours, okay, a span of 2 days maybe, or one full day run through, right? It's not easy stuff, but it's not impossible either. You have to kind of block everything out and just be able to go with it and push yourself to limits that you didn't think you'd be able to do. It's just all about being tough. You guys understand? Be hard to mess with, okay? You're unstoppable, okay? You have to think about yourself as just a force to be reckoned with, okay? Nobody can mess with your pride. Nobody can mess with the way that you think about yourself. It's only you and your journey. Everybody understand? Okay?
Yes.
So just start to think that way. Okay, have fun in class. Okay, enjoy karate, enjoy martial arts, but have that in the back of your head that you're pushing to something bigger than just what we're doing here. You together, bow? Right hand. And Sigo! All right, if anybody still needs me to fill it out, let's go quickly. You stay here.